Hi, I'm Aaron. Welcome to the University of Southampton, Malaysian campus. I'm a second year student here and I'll be your tour guide today. So, this campus right here is in the middle of EduCity Johor, which is about half an hour's drive away from the city centre of Johor Bahru and about 40 minutes by bus to Singapore. And in the immediate vicinity, we have the township of Bukit Indah, which is 10 minutes drive in that direction, and another 10 minutes drive in that direction would be the town of Gelang Patah. And without further ado, let us start with the tour. I will be showing you one of the lecture halls. So this is one of the main lecture halls over in this university. So here you can see there are students doing their math module, and this is where most of the lectures and the tutorials will be carried out. There will be actually 3 lecture halls in this building, and the total seating capacity is about 270 students. You don't really have to travel much because there are only 3 lecture halls. You don't really have to walk 15 minutes like in any other campus. You just sit here, the lectures will actually come to you, so it's actually quite a good thing to be here. Okay guys, this is the student office. There are a bunch of friendly people in there, they don't bite, so if anything at all, any help, go in there and ask for someone and they'll be ready to help you. This is the computing suite located on the 2nd floor. And as you can see, there are about 31 powerful computers over here, all installed with the latest versions of the most powerful software that are used in the industry. Okay guys, this is the library over here. It is open 24/7, so if you do late night studies, feel free to come in anytime. And if you ever have a need for group discussion or anything like that, there are always the rooms over there which are basically soundproof. So you want any discussions or presentations, feel free to use them. Okay guys, this is the 3rd floor of the building, and this is the Electrical Electronics Engineering Lab. So one thing about studying here in the Malaysian campus is that the academic experience for the student is exactly the same as that of the parent campus. Basically, we have our lecturers from the UK side coming in here, settling permanently, basically teaching us over here. So what you can see here is basically nearly 2 million ringgit worth of equipment. So it's well equipped enough to teach both first and second year students. And the thing is, every single thing over here is exactly the same like the labs back in Southampton. So experience exactly the same, equipment are exactly the same, and each student will have their own workstation to work on, so there'll be no one left out. This is the thermal fluids lab. So if you're doing mechanical engineering with us, basically you'll be learning everything to do with thermodynamics and fluid mechanics in this lab. Let me show you around the equipment. So basically what we have here is a refrigeration unit. So we learn how a household fridge works. Basically there's the cooling element, the pumps, everything over here. So this has everything to do with the thermodynamics part of our course. And this bench over here is where the fluid mechanics part of the course comes to play. Like over here, the experiment is set up for cavitation, where basically it's a phenomena where even propellers on ships basically experience. So what we have here in this middle bit over here is a region of low pressure where wet water actually starts to boil without even being at the boiling temperature. So there'll be little air bubbles forming over there. And once we get to the region of high pressure over there, these bubbles collapse and explode. So this is basically what happens in a propeller during operation. So we have the propeller experiencing damage from cavitation. So these are just a few experiments that we'll be doing. This got everything to do with thermodynamics, this got everything to do with fluid mechanics. There's so many other fields. We offer 10 different specializations, so there are many different experiments related to these courses over here. So basically, the choice is up to you. This is the workshop. So everything that you learn in the lectures will all be boiled down to this projects over here. So this particular quadcopter is my group's. So everything that we've learned is basically applied into this machine over here. Like everything you got to do with calculating deflections of the beam, basically what structure is the strongest, what voltage you use for the motors. Everything comes down to here. Everything that you know in theory, you bring it down into practice to build something concrete. That's what engineers are supposed to do. And so, for this particular year, basically, our design parameter was to create a structure that's as strong as possible. So basically we did the fancy calculations on deflection, how much force this motor would give to this quadcopter over here. We run through a simulation through the SolidWorks, which we've done in the computing suite downstairs, and everything basically is used to design a better frame for the quadcopter over here. So this is what we do in the first year, and this is what we're going to be doing in the second year, basically building a robot that is worthy of the Eurobot competition. So yeah, for those hands-on people, you're going to have a lot of fun over here. So this is where we normally hang out in between classes. You want a quick game of foosball, pool? Yes, they're here. If you're feeling a bit peckish, they can always go to the convenience store just right behind me over there. Tidbits, snacks, stationery if you need some. And also during lunch hours, if you're feeling bored, you can always come to the cafe over here and grab a bite. So this is the student accommodation. It's just a 5-minute walk from campus, so it's really convenient. But you do have bicycles or cars, feel free to bring them down because there's a bike shed behind here, as well as the car park. Car park's free of charge, so don't worry about that. As for security, security here is 24/7. There is exactly one security booth over here and a few checkpoints at the exit. So people have to register themselves before they enter or exit the building. Accommodation here is guaranteed to all students of USMC for 2 years, and there are many types of rooms they can choose from. One of them is the studio apartment, as well as the single bed ensuite, twin bed ensuite, and 4 sharing ensuite, as well as the 5 sharing, which is basically just 5 partitions with a room sharing the same toilet. If you have any problems with your rooms, facilities, or anything, feel free to just drop by the management office over there, because they are more than willing to help you. So let's take a look around. So this is the accommodations cafeteria. It's a variety of food over here. So basically it's Western food, local food, anything your heart desires really. The good thing about this place is this is where all the students living here hang out. So you get to socialize over here, make new friends, get better company. So this is the accommodations laundrette. It's 4 ringgit per wash and 4 ringgit per dry. Good thing about this is so close by just to your room. So another thing is that it's open 24/7, so you can do your washing any time of the day. Saves time, saves money. So this is the student recreation area which is within the hostel itself. So this is the place where we hang out and just chillax and stuff like that when you just not feel like doing work. So what we have here is the TV room. So when you catch a football match or any sports, any movies, feel free to use the TV. Now on this side here we have the study partition, which ideally is be used for studying, but although we do sometimes use it for LAN parties. So if we come along this way, it's actually a lot bigger than it is. So you have the couch this side over here, more tables for you to study, for you to chit-chat, do your homework, anything really. If you like a game of table tennis, yeah, sure, go ahead, play table tennis. So this is your typical twin sharing room, and what that means is that it comes with shared bathroom, it comes with hot water. This room has air conditioning, fan, and for your own studying pleasure, you have your own personal desk where you can populate with your own books, stationery, and things that you require to use to study. And if you do have to dry certain wet clothes or cloths or anything, there's a drying area out there. So this is your typical studio apartment. You have your own lounge, you can chill, your own dining table where you can have your own meals in private, and you have your own kitchenette, so you can cook your own meals, and you don't have to go down to the laundrette to do your washings because there's already a separate washing machine in this unit. So what we have here is basically 2 rooms in this studio apartment, where there's one directly behind me right there, and there's another one in another end of this room. So it houses 3 people in this studio apartment. So this is the accommodations rooftop. This is the place where you normally have rooftop parties, barbecues, or just basically just hang out. So people normally come up here to chill with their guitars, sing along, just chat, socialize.